All right, we are back in the kitchen with John Calora, right? Calora of Cibo e Vino, and this time we are making a 4-cheese risotto with the sautéed spinach. The whole kitchen just smells, actually the whole studio smells amazing.
Thank you.
And these are all recipes from your great-grandmother from
That's
Italy,
right.
from Sicily.
That's right. She came over from Italy in 1905 via Ellis Island. And I just have a ton of recipes that she has left us, and we serve them in our home. We serve them to our friends, and I serve them in my restaurant every day.
All right.
I am going to make right now for you the 4-cheese risotto.
Perfect.
This is something my mother would make for us all the time. It's absolutely...
Sort of like I make mac and cheese for my kids, your mom would make the 4-cheese risotto.
Absolutely. We would get things like risotto and homemade pastas all the time.
All right. Well, show me how to do it. Maybe I'll start making this instead of the mac.
So let's start with some risotto.
Okay.
We're going to add it in the pan here, and we're going to slowly add chicken broth. Now, this is more of a reduction than actually like boiling rice.
Okay.
And basically what we want to do is we want to have the rice imbibe all of the chicken broth.
Imbibe?
Imbibe. We want the rice to like take in all of the
And that's
juice.
how it gets really fluffy, because it's sucking in all that good stuff.
It's really a slow process, and it takes about a half an hour to do this.
That might be why I make mac and cheese.
Maybe.
Because it takes 5 minutes.
So what you need to do is get the stove nice and hot, and we're just constantly stir this until all of the broth disappears. And then we'll add more, and we'll do it again, and we'll do it again until
How many
we're
times
done.
do you do that?
It could take anywhere from 10 to 15 times.
Can you mess it up?
Not really.
Okay.
You just want to cook it till it's al dente, which means it has a little bit of bite, and you don't want it too soft.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So
obviously watch risotto never boils, or
right,
whatever.
watch risotto never boils. But what we can do is we have some here already that we can just add a little bit of cream to. We're going to add our 4 cheeses.
Oh, look at, you could tell that's some heavy cream.
Yeah.
And what kind of cheese are you using?
This is, it's mozzarella provolone, a little bit of Reggiano, and Asiago.
Okay.
Now what we would do is we'd heat this up, and you can see how it's starting to come together and it's starting to look better. We add a little bit of salt and pepper. And
Can you hear the phone bank?
I
know
can.
people might be hearing things in the background, but it's because they're answering the phones and they're taking money, so we don't care.
How much money do they have now?
I don't know, but
they
maybe
doing
we'll
better?
get a little tally, so we'll see.
Okay, so here's our 4-cheese risotto. We're going to let this butter melt in a little bit, and then I'll saute some spinach for you.
Okay.
Now, the thing about sauteing spinach is most people like to put the garlic in first, and that's really a no-no, because what happens is you cook the garlic and it softens up, and you get the bouquet coming out of the pan, and that's when you know it's done. But then people add the spinach, and it keeps cooking, and it gets bitter.
Okay.
So what we do is we do it backwards. We saute the spinach first, let the spinach soften up, then we season it.
Because the spinach can't get too softened, but the garlic can get too...
It can get overcooked, and then it makes your dish bitter.
All right.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do it backwards. We're going to soften the spinach up. We have a little bit of butter in here. I'll add a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I'll finish with garlic. Okay, so the garlic will be nice and flavorful, but it won't be bitter.
Right, okay. Wow, I learned something. Perfect.
A little bit.
And while you're doing that, I want to mention, because you guys have like an amazing lunch special. You get like a slice of pizza. What else do you get?
It's a 12-inch slice of pizza.
12-inch slice?
It's huge. It's really, really huge. It's the best deal around, really. I mean, for $5, you get a 12-inch slice of pizza, you get a homemade breadstick, and your drink. And $5.
Right.
It's like the best $5 lunch you can imagine.
Right, and you're up in Scottsdale Road and Carefree Highway, and we are going to have all of the information. So I'm going to let you finish this.
Okay.
We are going to come back in just a little bit. We're going to make lobster ravioli.
Excellent.
And then our favorite part, Stephanie and I get to eat it.
You get to eat everything.
So
Beautiful.
perfect.